Good morning, students. In the today's class, we will discuss the fluid statics. Fluid statics. So, in this, we will study the fluid pressure, fluid pressure variation, fluid pressure variation and pressure measurement. Okay, so in this class we will discuss about the fluid statics. So in the previous classes we have discussed the various types of fluids, fluid properties, etc. So in this class we will start discussion on the fluid statics. So in the fluid statics we will study the fluid pressure variation and pressure measurement. So this basic study is very much essential when we are applying this theory for the practical problems, that is in the practical applications. So there are a lot of practical applications, so we will discuss in the next classes the practical applications of why it is required, the measurement of pressure and variation of fluid pressure, and what is the fluid pressure. So let us consider a small element, small region. Let us consider a small region in a fluid continuum, or in a fluid continuum. Consider a small region. That region, small region, is called as fluid element. Is called fluid element. So fluid element is a small particle, or you can say it is a small element, or it is a small region of fluid in a fluid continuum. When this fluid element is isolated from neighboring fluid elements, then on this fluid element there are two types of forces or pressures are going to act. One is the surface force and another is the volumetric force, or you can say self weight of fluid element. Okay, so before start on the discussion on fluid pressure, let us consider a small region. That small region is called fluid element. Let this fluid element, if it is isolated from the surrounding fluid elements, then there are two types of forces or the pressures are going to act on that element. Mainly they are surface force and the volumetric force. What is the surface force? Surface force is a force acting on the surface of the fluid element, Then volumetric force or the self weight, it is the self weight of the element acting at the CG point of the element. And this surface force is equal to pressure intensity or pressure on the surface multiplied by area of the surface. This gives you the surface force. So surface force is a force acting on the surface of the element, whereas volumetric force is a force. It is nothing but the self weight of the fluid, and it is acts at the CG point of the fluid element. So when a small fluid element is considered and when it is isolated from the surrounding elements, so on that fluid element there are two types of forces are acting. One is the surface force and the volumetric force. So now with this we will study the pressure variation in a fluid. Pressure variation in a fluid. So pressure variation in a fluid. So to study the variation of pressure in the fluid, let us consider a small element. As I told, fluid element in a fluid continuum. That is a parallelopipe. Okay, let A, B, C dash, B dash, A dash. This is a small fluid element. So the shape of this fluid element is parallelopipe, having the dimensions delta x, delta y, delta z. Delta x, delta y and delta z are the size of the parallelopipe. Okay, are the sizes. So delta x, delta y, delta z. So let us consider this is a fluid element having the shape parallelopipe, and the lengths in the x, y, z direction. This is the y direction, this is the x direction, this is the z direction. Then the element length in the x direction is delta x. Then the element length in the y direction is delta y, and the element length in the z direction is delta z. So let us now we will derive a equation, a mathematical equation, how the pressure varies on this element. Okay, so let us consider this is the central point of this parallelopipe. On this central pipe, the pressure intensity is P. So this point is a central point, and pressure intensity, or you can call it as the point S or point G, central point CG. Okay, this is the CG point. Okay, that is the centroidal point of this parallelopipe, and the pressure intensity acting at the centroidal point CG is P. Okay, then what is the self weight of this element? Self weight of this element is volume of this element multiplied by the unit weight of water or specific weight. Let W is the specific weight. The dimension of this is Newton per meter cube. When I am multiplying this by volume, this gives you the volumetric force. Now, what are the surfaces? So, as I have told, when the fluid element is isolated from the neighboring elements, then on that element there are two types of forces are acting. One is the pressure force, which acts on the planes or on the surfaces, and volumetric force or the self force or self weight, which is acting on the CG point. Okay, let us consider that this is a parallelopipe. What are the surfaces here? So A, B, C, D is the one surface. Okay, so and the normal of this surface. So A, B, C, D, the normal of this surface is in the x direction. Similarly, I am having one more surface, that is B dash, C dash, D dash, A dash, this plane. Okay, this plane and its normal is also in the x direction. And its normal is also in the x direction. Then let us consider this plane A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, and the pressure force acting on this plane in the x direction. So that is P is the pressure here at the CG point. So I will take this P. When, see, this is the plane, that is the plane ABCD is lying on the left side of the CG point. At what distance? At a distance of delta x by 2. So this is a centroidal point. This is delta x by 2, half of length, because this is the reference point, CG is the reference point. So this plane is lying from this point at a distance of delta x by 2. So pressure is P and pressure varies in the x direction. Okay, because this is what we are studying. So this is pressure at this point, then variation of pressure from this point to this point on this surface for a length of delta x by 2, since this plane is lying at the left hand side. So this is P minus dabba P by dabba x. This is the variation in pressure over a length delta x, over a length delta x. This is the variation of pressure intensity or pressure intensity acting on the plane A, B, C, D, and the force is what? This area of this surface. The area of surface A, B, C, D is what? This is delta y and this is delta z. So delta y, delta z is the area of the surface. On this surface, this is the pressure intensity. So, and this force is acting from left to right. Similarly, you consider another plane which is again at a distance of delta x by 2 from the CG point, but this plane, it is lying at a distance of delta x by 2 from the delta x by 2 from the CG point on right hand side, on right hand side. So the pressure intensity on this plane is P plus dabba P by dabba x delta x by 2. Then the area of this plane is delta y delta z. So now let us consider the plane. Let us consider the plane A, D, D dash, A dash. Okay, so the pressures acting on the plane, pressure force acting on plane whose normal is in x direction, this is equal to P minus dabba P by dabba x delta x by 2. Then the area of the plane is delta y delta z, and the pressure force acting on the plane, this is on the plane A, B, C, D, pressure force acting on plane A, B, C, D, whose normal is in x direction. Similarly, pressure force acting on plane A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash is P plus dabba P by dabba x delta x by 2, and the area of surface is delta y delta z, delta y delta z. Okay, let us you call this equation 1, this is equation 2. Now consider the plane AD D dash A dash. Okay, that is the bottom plane. Okay, bottom of the parallelopipe whose normal is in the y direction. Pressure force acting on plane this plane acting on plane A D D dash A dash. So this is P minus dabba y by dabba P by dabba x, and the minus delta x delta z. The pressure force acting on the plane A D D dash A dash, and this is a plane whose normal is in the y direction, and this plane is lying below the CG point at a distance delta y by 2. So that is P minus dabba P by dabba y over the length delta y by 2, and the area of the plane is delta x and delta z. So that this is equation 3. Similarly, pressure force acting on plane, this plane B dash C dash C, B dash C dash C, which is above the CG point at a distance delta y by 2. So it is P minus dabba P by dabba y delta y by 2 and over the length delta. Okay, let us satisfying the second equilibrium equation, that is sigma Fy is equal to 0. What is sigma Fy? This is the sum of forces acting in the y direction. So as same sign convention, forces acting in the upward direction is positive, forces acting in the downward direction negative, what you are considered in the solid mechanics or in your engineering mechanics. So same sign convention we will also use. So the force acting from downward to upward, that is on the plane AD D dash A dash, this force, that is P minus dabba P by dabba y delta y by 2, then the area is delta x delta z. Okay, then next is this force, that is P plus minus P plus dabba, because this force is acting in the downward direction, dabba P by dabba y over the length delta y by 2 on the area, surface area delta x delta z. Okay, these two are the surface forces. Then the self weight is what? That is the W delta x delta y delta z. It is the volumetric force or nothing but the self weight. Thus this self weight is equal to unit weight or the specific weight W multiplied by the volume delta x delta y delta z, since this is also acting in the downward direction, minus W delta x delta y delta z, this must be equal to 0. Simplifying this, P delta x delta z minus dabba P by dabba y delta y by 2 delta x delta z minus P delta x delta z minus dabba P by dabba y delta y by 2, then delta x delta z. So this is equal to W delta x delta y delta z. So this term cancels, so it is minus dabba P by dabba y, this is a minus, this is minus, so sum of these two, that gives you the delta y delta x delta z. It is 2 times, so 2 cancels. So this is equal to w delta x delta y delta z. So this cancels. Dabba p by dabba y is equal to minus w. Okay, this is the second equilibrium equation. Okay, let us consider the third equation, sigma fz, sum of the forces acting in the z direction or on the planes whose normal is in the z direction. That is the plane A, B, B dash, A dash. This is a plane, its normal is in the z direction. Similarly, another plane is D, C, C dash, D dash. This is also the plane, normal is in the z direction. So the pressure forces acting on this are these two. So repeating the same procedure, you are going to get dabba p by dabba z is equal to 0. So from this, from equation, you can call this is A, B, C. So you observe equation A, B, C. So equation A, that is dabba p by dabba x equal to 0. It means that pressure variation in the x direction is 0. That is in the horizontal direction is 0. Then the pressure variation in the z direction, in other direction, that is the z direction, means this is z direction, is also 0. But the pressure variation dabba p by dabba y, what is this? Dabba p by dabba y means, it is the physical meaning of this is variation of pressure with respect to y. It means variation of pressure with respect to y means in the vertical direction. So it is minus w, means from equation B, it is very clear that the pressure in the static mass of fluid varies only in the y direction or in the vertical direction, and pressure variation in all other directions is 0. So that is dabba p dabba y is equal to minus w, or it is dabba p is equal to minus w dabba y. Integrating this equation, p is equal to minus wy plus c. Okay, c is what? C is the integral constant. P is the w. P is equal to w. W is the unit weight of water or the specific weight. Y is the direction, that is the vertical direction. So from this, it is clear that the pressure in a fluid, in the static mass of fluid, varies only in the y direction, that is nothing but vertical direction. So we will stop this class at this. So I think in this class it is very clear. This is called differential equation to know the variation of pressure. So the application of this we will study in the later classes. So by the end of this unit, you should be able to apply for the practical problems where it is required to know the variation of fluid, okay, on the surfaces or on the supporting planes. So whenever you want to know the variation of pressure or where the maximum pressure is going to act on the supporting plane, then you make the use of this equation. So this is the basic equation, and applications we will study later on. So in this class you have derived the basic differential equation to know the variation of pressure in the static mass of fluid on the supporting planes, and from this variation from this study, it is very clear that, or from the basic equations, it is very clear that the pressure intensity on the supporting planes varies only in the vertical direction, and pressure variation in other directions is 0. Okay, thank you. Next class we will extend this studies further, and we will derive the Pascal's equation. So as you have studied in the second year PUC or in the physics, Pascal equation, that is pressure intensity will be remain same in all the direction, that is Px equal to Py equal to Pz, so on. Okay, that we will derive, then we will go how to measure the pressure.